Peace, family. Peace, 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 peace. Hold on one second, family. Let me get going real quick. Let me get going real quick. Peace to the family. How's the family doing? Peace and black power to the family. How is the family doing? Let me send out my alerts real quick, and then we're gonna get it popping, man. Let me send out my alerts real quick, then we're gonna get it popping. Peace and black power to all the family. Real quick, then we're gonna get it popping. Make sure my sound checks is up to date. Okay. Yeah, man, I'm on the road right now. I'm in a hotel right now. You dig? On a little trip, on a little business mission. You dig? On a little trip, on a little business mission. I'm in Tuscaloosa, Alabama right now. I ain't been in Tuscaloosa in a minute. You dig? Shout out to the family. Shout out to my guy, Kenneth Gardner. I ain't been to Tuscaloosa, Alabama in a minute. This is a very special place. A lot of people don't know a lot about Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Of course, if any of you know anything about Tuscaloosa, Alabama, is from the Alabama University Crimson Tide. That is the home. But actually, Tuscaloosa is named after a black man, a foundational black American, Chief Tuscaloosa. Okay, Tuscaloosa actually means black warrior. Okay, so that's a little hidden black history for you. So I'm in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. I feel that warrior energy down here. Chief Tuscaloosa was a powerful black warrior down here in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Okay, he was said to damn near be 7 feet. Powerful warrior, fought a lot of those colonizers that came around this land. Okay, one of the most powerful warriors east of the Mississippi River. So shout out to Chief Tuscaloosa. It's ironic that our brother Deontay Wilder comes and he fights out of Tuscaloosa, Alabama, because it is said that Chief Tuscaloosa has a similar build to Deontay Wilder. He was said to be slim, muscular, about 6'7" to 7 feet tall. Okay, was a powerful warrior. The name Tuscaloosa again means black warrior. So we got a lot of history as foundational black Americans that we got to know, that we got to study. And this is a town that throughout my childhood, I would pass through all the time. As y'all know, many of my folks are from Mississippi. So you would pass through that Tuscaloosa area all the time. So we got a lot of deep history, especially in the South. Okay, a lot of warrior history. So that's where I'm at right now. Peace to all the family coming in. I'm not gonna be in here too long tonight because, like I said, I got stuff to do, things of that nature. But I had to come on here and chop up game because y'all know it's a lot that's been going on right now. A lot that's been going on right now. Uh, they've been really hyping up the pressure on foundational black Americans and black folks in general. The Democratic Party, we're going to give them the Finesser of the Year award tonight because they finessed, unfortunately, many of our brothers and sisters. They didn't finesse us, of course, the grassroots level brothers and sisters who rocking with me and you, but they finessed a lot of the black family across the country. So we got to talk about that tonight. Other little things I want to talk about. Did y'all see the story with Kyle Rittenhouse? Did y'all see the story with Kyle Rittenhouse, family? Now, Kyle Rittenhouse was the little young suspected white supremacist who went out there to, I believe it was Kenosha, Wisconsin. This was last year. I think he was a 17-year-old. He went out there with his rifle and shot and killed 2 people. Uh, Under the guise of he was trying to protect stores. He was trying to protect stores. I don't even believe Kyle Rittenhouse was even from Wisconsin. He crossed over, okay, into Wisconsin and shot and killed 2 people because they said they were rioters and looters, okay? And now, in that trial that's going on right now, family, this just shows you how on cold white supremacy is. In that trial that's going on right now, they are not allowing the people that Kyle Rittenhouse killed to be called victims in that case. Okay, that's very interesting. Okay, not surprising because we understand the system of white supremacy. But in that case, they are not allowing his victims to be called victims. However, they are allowing them to be called rioters and looters. Okay, so this is what they do. Understand this, family. In a system of, hold on one second, family. In a system, uh, in a system of white supremacy, they always are on code with other white people. So the Kyle Rittenhouses of the world, they're going to always be on code, and they try to either do 2 things. They're going to make them a hero in every situation, or they're going to make them this innocent victim that couldn't even tie his shoes, okay? You see this all the time when these little white supremacists, they go in these restaurants, these stores, these malls, these movie theaters. They shoot up and kill all type of innocent people. They're going to do two things. They're going to make them the hero, or they're going to make them a victim. Okay, they're going to start talking about they were mentally insane. Oh my God, he should have been in a psychiatric home. Okay, so they're going to put them in a mental facility. They did that with that white supremacist out there a couple years ago that shot out a Waffle House, and our brother had to step in and de-arm that white supremacist. Okay, they played the whole mental game with him, so now he's in a mental hospital. He didn't have to do any jail time, or they're going to play the hero. They do this a lot of times with these so-called white patriots, especially cops. Okay, when these cops go out here and shoot unarmed black men, they always make sure to paint them as a hero. Okay, so now that's what they're going to try to do with Kyle Rittenhouse. They're going to try to say these people that he shot and killed, even though they were white people, because that's thrown a kind of a monkey wrench in the game. Even though they were white people, they're going to try to say, well, you know, they were trying to take his gun, they were attacking him, so they're going to try to spin this into him being a hero. You dig? They're going to try to spin this into Kyle Rittenhouse being a hero. So I want y'all to be on code about that. But they never do that. They never do that when black folks have the gun, okay? There's a story right now that came out last year about a brother named, I believe his name is Marco Wilson. Marco Wilson down here in Georgia. I'm not in Georgia right now, but that's where I'm from. Down in Georgia, down in the Statesboro area, family. Down in Statesboro, you got a brother named Marco Wilson. I think the brother was about 21 at the time, so close to my age. And he was, going to get some food with his white girlfriend at the time. And, some little suspected white supremacists, some young suspected white supremacists started calling racial slurs. They started trying to run this brother off the road. They were following him, trying to run him off the road. And our brother had that iron on him, as he should. And he pulled out his gun and he shot at the car to prevent him from being run off the road. Okay? And as he shot, he only shot, I believe, 2 times. He shot 1 time at the tires, but they kept trying to run him off the road. And he shot 1 time in the car. So happened that the last bullet killed a white teenager in the car. Okay? So now they got our brother down there. He's in Statesboro on trial right now. And, they've been trying to throw out all the racial talk and, oh, well, he shouldn't have done it, regardless if they were trying to run him off the road, regardless if they were calling him racial slurs and things of that nature. He shouldn't have done it. He killed an innocent little white girl, because that's what it's about. Okay, he killed an innocent little white girl. And now they're crying foul. So our brother's down there fighting that case in Statesboro. We're going to keep a close eye on that one. See, they never portray us as heroes in any situation. Any situation. You can have obvious white supremacists on the other end of the gun. They will always portray them as a human. As a human, a hero, or a victim. When it's us, we can be getting jumped by 10 white supremacists and we happen to pull out a gun and shoot one of them. We turn into the thug. They start bringing up all type of random stuff. Well, 5 years ago, he took something out of a Walmart. That has nothing to do with this situation. Okay, see, they don't do that with us. Let me show you also this. Hold on. Let me show you this. This is another example, family. This is another example. Hold on right here. Let me go right here real quick, because this is in case. I believe this happened a couple weeks ago. This happened a couple weeks ago, family, up in the Boston area. And they got old school white supremacists out there in the Boston area. Let me show y'all this, because this is something else that is very interesting. 1 second. Do it. Okay, this is something, let me share my screen. This is something that's very interesting as well. This is up here in Boston. Now, we had some young soldiers up there in Boston who were being harassed and attacked by a suspected white supremacist up there, and they had to put the pause on that suspected white supremacist. Let me show y'all this. Do it. Okay.
You see this, right? So when I knock you the fuck out, don't say nothing. Do it.
All right, now y'all see how the white supremacists doing these young
right? So when I knock you the fuck out, don't say nothing. I got it. So when I knock you the fuck out, don't say nothing.
Yeah, so the part.
Okay. Okay, they started knocking the sonic rings out of that. suspected white supremacists. Family, do you know that not only they charged the white supremacists because it was so obvious, it was on video, he's calling them racial slurs, they charged him with a hate crime, but do you know they also charged those two young brothers as well? Okay. They also charge those two young brothers as well. This is what we're talking about with the double standards. Remember, they are never going to project a black person who's actually a victim in a heroic light. Now, these two young brothers are heroes. You did. They were being called racial slurs. They were attacked. And the young brothers, they summoned that spirit of Ogun as they should. They summoned that spirit of Ogun as they should, and they rose up and put paws on that white supremacist. Do you know, like I say, up there, I believe it was in Boston. Up there in Boston, they charged the two young men. And they charged them, I believe, with like excessive force. Okay. That's another one of their trick bags. They said, well, yeah, they were defending themselves, but they didn't have to take it that far because those two young soldiers beat the brakes off that white supremacist. But no, 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 we're not going to play that game because see, if a cop is scared of an unarmed black man, he has the right to kill him. Okay, that's not taking it too far. Okay, that's not taking it too far at all. If a young brother bumps into somebody and the white supremacist shoots and kills him, they have a right to do that. But now, when two young brothers are being attacked by suspected white supremacists, now, whoa, you beat them up too much. Okay, see, these are the games they play, and we're not going for it no more, family. So we got to keep another close eye on that case. They haven't released I believe, official article on it yet. I saw a little mini article, but it was like a paragraph long. It was like a paragraph long. But this is part of white supremacy, family. They're always gonna stay on code. Shout out to my brother White Flame that's out there in Chicago. Yeah, they had to put pause on them as they should. Listen, family, and I was taught this a long time ago. Let me talk to my family out there. You will always rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. Let me say that one more time. You will always rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. Okay? When if you feel necessary, operate with the spirit of Ogun. Don't hesitate because the moment you hesitate, one of these suspected white supremacists can pull out a gun and shoot and kill you. Okay? And then you're carried by 6. I would always rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. So those brothers did the right thing. Okay? They didn't know what that white supremacist was capable of. He was already calling them racial slurs. He was antagonizing them. He clearly was not in his right mind. They said, let me operate with the spirit of Ogun. Okay? Always remember that. Yes, indeed. Always remember that. You will always, family, be rather judged by 12 than carried by 6. We know we don't get favorable court sentences, but at least we're getting a sentence. Okay? Because in a system of white supremacy, you can easily be carried by 6 for trying to avoid confrontation. Once the smoke comes to you, embrace the smoke and operate with the spirit of Ogun. Shout out to the beautiful sister, Miss Brown Skin Baddie, checking in for Arizona. Shout out to the family coming into the building. But speaking of white supremacy, let's get into the main topic today. Let's get into the main topic today, because like I say, I'm in a hotel right now. I don't want to be long. You dig, long weekend for me, so I don't want to be long tonight. But listen, the title of today's discussion is the Finessers of the Year. That's right. Kamami Harris and Jim Crow Joe. Now you would think with these nicknames, it will be impossible to be finessed by these two individuals. It will be impossible to be finessed by Jim Crow Joe and Kamami Harris, but nonetheless, black people have fallen for the con game again. And it's cost us. It's cost us, family. Now, if you don't know already, this article, I believe, broke a day, maybe a day and a half ago. Let me show y'all this. Okay? Because we're going to give out Finesser of the Year tonight. In my neighborhood, we used to call it the ultimate finesser. Who is the Finesser of the Year? Somebody who can finesse themselves in any situation and pull the wool over somebody's eyes. Let me show you this because some people have to see it to believe it. Okay? Because we got to break this down. Let me show you this, family. Now, this came out, like I said, about a day and a half ago. And this has been published from many news sources. I believe Wall Street Journal put this up first. Fox News, of course, they were going to jump on it for political reasons. This is Yahoo News. But as y'all see the headline, yes, it is true, family. Yes, it is true. This is not fake news. This is not a fake article. Biden administration could pay illegal immigrants, the family, I guess the family of illegal immigrants separated at the border, $450,000 per person in settlements. Mm, 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 mm. Let me read it one more time, family. It is true. I want you to go look it up for yourself. Biden's administration could pay illegal immigrant families separated at the border $450,000 per person in settlements, family. You can't make it up. You can't make this up, family. This is real deal. This is the real deal. Uh-oh, hold on. I'm freezing. Uh-oh. One second. Hold on, family. I'm freezing. Hold on one second, family. Uh-oh, I'm freezing. I'm freezing. I'm freezing. Uh-oh, one second, family. Oh man. Okay, can y'all see me, family? Can y'all see me, family? Let me know if y'all can see me in the chat. Uh-oh, I'm about to go too heavy. They didn't start freezing. I'm about to go too heavy. They didn't start freezing. Yeah, the Wi-Fi at the hotel might be a little janky too. You dig? I'm at a hotel right now, so the Wi-Fi in the hotel might be a little janky. You dig? Okay, y'all can see me. Is it clear, family? Is the stream freezing? Because I don't want it to be a freeze because we're about to have an important conversation with the family right now. I don't want it to be freezing. How is the stream? Is it clear? Put in the chat room. Put yes in the chat room if it's clear, or just type in clear. Because I don't want it to be freezing while I'm talking because y'all gonna miss the points. I don't want it to be freezing while I'm talking because y'all gonna miss these points. You dig? Yes, indeed. Okay, somebody said yes. Is it clear? So it's clear. Now, family. Now, first thing, let us highlight this. I want to check in again on Biden supporters. You Negroes, now remember, family, last year when you had brothers like Ice Cube, brothers like Tariq Nasheed, Black Authority, myself, when people were coming out here saying that, listen, man, we want reparations for foundational Black Americans, people were saying, Negro, you're delusional. That's never going to happen. They can't give they can't give reparations to a specific group. Where the government gonna get the money from? Remember that last year? Hmm? Do y'all remember that last year? They were calling us hoteppers. Oh, they're never gonna give anybody reparations, Chase. You're just being delusional. Here we are, not even a year with the Biden administration, and they talking about giving $450,000 to not only immigrants, not just immigrants, family. We got to catch this. Illegal immigrants. These folks are not even legal immigrants, they're illegal immigrants. Okay? These folks have committed a crime at the border. Let's call a spade a spade. They committed a crime. They tried to illegally enter the country and are being rewarded for it. They tried to illegally enter the country and are being rewarded for it. Okay? Illegally enter the country and they are being rewarded for it. On what level of insanity we are on right now? I don't know what level of insanity are we on right now, family. Okay, when somebody can illegally enter the country and a crime happens to them or they get separated from their child and now they come up on $500,000 per person. By the way, this is per person. So if folks were trying to cross the border with a family, let's just say it's four to a family, they talking about dropping 1.6 million on them. Okay? They roughly gonna get, let's say, well shit, four person, not even 1.6 million, they roughly gonna get about 2 M's. They roughly gonna get about 2 M's, family. While foundational Black Americans, the people who have been for 250 years separated from their family, robbed of their culture, robbed of their indigenous land, okay, robbed of all their ancestral memories, robbed of a knowledge of self, robbed of a culture, nationality, whatever you want to call it, have gotten zero. Have gotten zero. The Biden administration has finessed Black people so heavy. They have finessed you into believing that illegal immigrants deserve more than you. And you got Negroes out here right now who don't see nothing wrong with that. Well, now they did take their kids at the border. I wouldn't give a damn. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. Take off the cape, Black folks. I wouldn't give a damn. If you're going to tell me that Black people deserve, foundational Black Americans deserve nothing in this country, and you can't do nothing for them, when we've been getting our kids taken from us since for 400 or 500 years, we've been getting robbed, stolen from, killed, lynched, miseducated for 400 years, and we can't get nothing. I don't give a damn about somebody getting a child took at the border for a month. I what This is the precedent that America has set. So this is where we're at, family. 450,000 for illegal immigrants. 450. This is insanity. Somebody said in the chat, this is insanity, family. Okay? You cannot make this up. Now notice they don't never have no money for us. Notice during the election, hold on, let's play a little video. Let's play a little video, family. Let's go back and look at a little history, okay? Because see, when we were saying we want reparations for foundational Black Americans, they were calling us bots. Remember that, family? They were saying we were Russian bots. Russian bots. These are people who are not real people. Okay, let's go back, and I'm talking about on mainstream platforms, not Stormfront or some of these little white supremacist organizations. I'm talking about on mainstream platforms. Let me show y'all this real quick. Hold on one second, because this is y'all girl Joy Reid. Because a lot of Black folks like to listen to Joy Reid. I believe Joy Reid is a non-foundational Black American. I believe she's Congolese, and this is the problem when you have non-foundational Black Americans out here attempting to represent us. So she has some of the more Negro flunkies out here on, I believe this is MSNBC. Let me share my screen real quick. Let me share my screen because you got to hear this. Now, this is what they were telling us last year. They were telling other Black folks. If you talk about reparations last year, if you talk about even tangibles, if you talk about real police, defunding the police, reparations, tangibles, something for your vote, we were bots. We weren't real people. Check this out. This is last year. This is your girl Joy.
So Kamala Harris.
Okay, and they hold on. I'm gonna just play the whole video.
She the police.
Okay, hold on. Let me go back. Let me go back 1 second, family. Wi-Fi a little slow in the hotel, man.
Or
So
even Corey to be themselves when the spotlight is on.
Oh, we got a little technical difficulties. Hold on 1 second, family.
On him.
That perception.
I'm gonna do all this low. Let me just fast forward it all the way to the end because the good parts are at the end. This is how they were talking to Black people last year. Okay, let me unshare real quick. This is how they were talking to Black people last year, family. We were dumb, stupid, and ugly.
Conversation. There's an immigration.
Sorry about this, family. Hold on. 1 second. 1 second, family. Trying to get everything together. Come on now, thing. Like I say, the Wi-Fi be a little janky in the hotels, man. Got to make sure you get somebody with some good Wi-Fi. Hold on. Okay, I might not be to share the video. Man, I want to share that video. Hold on, I'm gonna let it load, family, and then I'll just talk over while it's loading. Hold on. But remember last year, family, they were out here. Yeah, that was hilarious. Brother said out here last year, he was like, when they bring up Kamala Harris, he was like, man, that's Kamala. She the police. And that's how a lot of black people felt about Kamala. Remember, they were out here trying to tell us that we're bots if we think like that. Now, we didn't make up Kamala's record. Kamala's record was, or should I say, Kamami's record was her record. Okay, she's got a history out there in the Bay Area of locking up black men for simple weed possessions, giving brothers sentences that were unjustified. There are plenty articles on there. But see, they played that whole game whenever the black people on the grassroots, we speak out against some of these Negro flunkies who do nothing for black people. Then they sit up here and say that we're bots. Oh, we're controlled by the right. No, we're not. Okay, we're controlled by the obvious. We're controlled by common sense. Okay, we're not a Negro flunky. So they were out here talking that greasiness last year. They were out here talking that greasiness last year. And by the way, they have wiped the internet of those clips of them talking about how reparations was, people who talk about reparations, people who talk about tangibles, we're bots and things of that nature. They've wiped the internet of that. Yeah, I see. I gotta start learning how to do all that, man. You said just put the link in the chat. Hold on, let me do that then. Let me do that then. I'm gonna put the link in the chat for the family because I want y'all to go check that out. This is how they were talking about us last year. Okay, this is how they were talking greasy against us last year. I just put the link in the chat. Go check that out. Go check that out. They were out here on MSNBC talking about people who talk about tangibles, people who say reparations. They were saying foundational Black Americans. They turned us into an organization, which it is not. Foundational Black Americans is a lineage. Okay, now ADOS is an organization, but I'm not here or there. But they were saying all of these are misinformation campaigns. Okay, all these were misinformation campaigns. Yeah, let me see. Hold on. I don't know why it's out here taking so long to do this thing, man. Hold on. All these were misinformation campaigns according to them last year. Yeah, man. You said, yeah, they got students out here at Howard. They ain't giving them $450,000. You're getting illegal immigrants, family. Understand that. Hit that like button, family. Understand that. Understand what we're talking about. Now, Jim Crow Joe, if he's so concerned, if Jim Crow Joe is so concerned about families being separated, he was a part of one of the biggest separation campaigns of the black family. Okay? Remember, Joe Biden's name was all over that 94 crime bill, family. Jim Crow Joe's name was all over that 94 crime bill. If he's so worried about families being separated and making amends for families being separated, what about the 94 crime bill, Jim Crow Joe? Hmm? Somebody asked Jim Crow Joe about the 94 crime bill. Hell, at certain points, you can go back and look at articles from the 90s. They were calling it the Biden bill. I mean, his name was all over that. Jim Crow Joe, that was taking the black father out the household. That was separating parents from their child. And we ain't talking about for a couple months. We ain't talking about for a year. We talking about for multiple years. You still have brothers locked up now from those 94 crime bills. You still have people now locked up from those 94 crime bills. Okay? They have ruined generations upon generations. Okay? You still, some of y'all know people locked up from those 94 crime bills. They ain't, not one day have they talked about giving reparations to the families affected by the 94 crime bill. And some people will say, well, Chase, well, those people committed a crime. Yeah, they got harsh sentence. They committed a crime. You can't give them reparations. They did the wrong. They committed a crime. God damn it, these immigrants at the border committed a crime by crossing the border. See, Biden and them have thrown criminality. It don't matter if you're a criminal now. If somebody does you wrong, even if you were in the act of doing something criminal, you're entitled to reparations according to the Biden administration. So, okay, Biden, our brothers who are locked up, regardless what they were locked up for, regardless if they committed a crime, they should be entitled to reparations, right? And guess what? They were separated from their families because of y'all for 20, 30 years. These illegal immigrants were separated at the border most times from their child for a month, 2 months at a time, and they're getting $450,000. Or you're talking about giving them $450,000. Shit, according to my calculator, goddamn, you owe per person, black folks, just from the crime bill, you owe us in the tens of millions. Then, okay, if you giving $450,000 to the families of illegal immigrants separated at the border, how much do you owe the families of black people affected by the 94 crime bill? Because again, you said crime doesn't matter. Even if you were committing a crime, if you were done wrong and you were separated from your family unjustly for a certain period of time, you deserve money. Well, shit, you deserve tens of millions. Okay? Tens of millions need to go to those people affected by the 94 crime bill. The black families affected by the 94 crime bill. Jim Crow Joe, that's something he was directly involved in. Okay? Because again, and the reason why they keep bringing all this stuff up again, family, is because they have to make white supremacy, they have to put that on the Trump. They have to make it look a certain way. Because all through the article, if you read the Yahoo article, the Wall Street Journal article, they're talking about how well all this happened under Trump and we have to correct the wrongs done under Trump. They love to throw racism on Trump. Okay? They love to throw racism on Trump. But when the racism comes out from the Democratic Party, the white liberals, they don't say nothing about that. We just supposed to accept the apology. Okay? We just supposed to accept the apology. When Jim Crow Joe gets out here and creates Biden bills and the Clintons come out here and Hillary was out here calling us super predators and all that type of stuff, we just supposed to accept an apology. No, we want our check in the form of cash payments. Notice in none of these articles that you're going to read, family, not in Yahoo News, not in the Wall Street Journal. Okay, who else put those articles out? Wall Street Journal. It was a couple other reputable sources. Notice that they understand what reparations is now. Notice they didn't say, listen, we're going to give $400,000 to illegal immigrants in the form of business loans. They didn't say we're going to give it to them in the form of a down payment for a mortgage. Okay? They didn't say we're going to study reparations. They put a cash amount on it. They put a cash amount on it. Notice when they're talking about giving $450,000 to these illegal immigrants, notice they didn't bring Jennifer Lopez out to have a council meeting. Huh? They don't bring Hispanic celebrities out to talk about it. They start going behind closed doors, talking to people who are influential in that community, talking to their politicians in their community, and they come up with a number. They come up with a check that's going to go directly to those families that they can use as they see fit. See, when it's time to talk about reparations for black people, number one, you got to study it. You got to study some shit that happened for 400 years. Like you don't know what happened. What are you studying? Did it happen or did it not happen? Dr. Claude Anderson then already put out the information for you. All you got to do is read Black Labor, White Wealth. Okay? Then after they study it, they got to have a town hall meeting. Remember when they were studying HR 40, they had Candace Owens up there, who is half FBA, who can't speak for FBA. She identifies as Caribbean. They had Herschel Walker, who can barely mumble words. He's up there just talking about all type of stuff. I had talked to my mama, and my mama said that what would I do with reparations? And reparations is Krispy Kreme donuts. He was just talking about random stuff in the middle of the reparations talk. Krispy Kreme donuts or Domino's. What would I? They bring every Negro flunky out to talk about our tangibles. Then they gotta study it. They got all these celebrities. They don't do that with them. Okay? They said Biden administration behind closed doors, they're talking about tangibles. They're talking about $450,000. Ain't no studying involved. This is going to happen, family. This is going to happen. Understand that. They're going to cut those checks to those families. They're going to cut those checks to their families. And they're going to get it in the form of cash payments. They're going to get a check. They ain't going to get no No HBCU funding, all that type of bull crap we be falling for. Well, we can't give you reparations in your hand, but we're gonna give $1 million to Howard. Nigga, we don't care about that. Okay, they ain't talking about no down payment on a mortgage. Remember when I talked about that article last week? Go check out my last live last Friday. They were talking about how in Evanston, Illinois, they're going to put down payments on mortgages. We don't want that. We want the cash in our hands so we can do it when we see fit. If we want a house, we'll take the cash that you give us directly and we'll go buy a house. Okay, they understand that. Now those illegal immigrants understand this. They're going to take that. They're going to damn near be millionaires for breaking the law. They're going to damn near be millionaires for breaking the law. And they're going to use that wealth and that resources and turn around and tell black people to pick themselves up by their bootstraps. Hey, man, I came over here as an illegal and I picked myself up by my bootstraps. They're going to make them the model minority. Peace to the family. Peace to the family coming in. Hit that like button if you're coming in here heavy. Hit that like button. This is the game they play, family. This is why I entitled my second book, Never Forgive or Forget. Because at the end of the day, family, it comes back to us. It comes back to us. I can't make this up every week. Because some people say, man, you be harping on the Democrats. Why you go so hard on the Democrats? Every week they are constantly disrespecting foundational black Americans. Understand, family, the reason why Biden, Jim Crow Joe, and Kamala Harris are in office is because of black Americans, foundational black Americans. That's the reason why they're in office. Yet we are the most disrespected out of the group. We are the most disrespected. You would think if anybody was getting a check, it would be foundational black Americans because we are the ones responsible for putting them in office. But no, 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 no. That check goes to Carlos and Santa Maria. Okay. Like I said, we got a lot to learn. But the beautiful thing now, we're in 2021, family, and Negroes can't run the con game anymore on us. Okay. See, the beautiful thing about 2021 is this. I don't want to hear nobody else talking about they miseducated. You have access to the right information. You know what's right and wrong now. Okay? You know how people treat you now. It's on Front Street. It's on social media. See, it used to be a time in the 50s and 60s where they can kind of finesse you because they would keep kind of the so-called black radical off the TV, off the radio. So you really had to be in the underground grassroots to know something. Now you don't. Now, on a click of your button, you can access Voice of the Ancestors on Instagram. You can access brothers and sisters that's putting out real information all the time. You don't have to look at MSNBC or CNN or Fox News. Okay, you don't have to hear the Negro flunkies like the Joy Reids of the world. You don't have to hear them, fam. You have access to the information. Now, what are you going to do with it? You see how they're treating you. Brother Chase is not making this up. I didn't create an article saying they're going to give $450,000 to illegal immigrants. They're putting this out. It's on Front Street. You can't play dumb anymore. And see, I know that makes a lot of Negroes uncomfortable because a lot of Negroes like playing dumb. They like just being dumb and innocent. Well, I didn't know no better. Okay? You go back and talk to a lot of those coons back in the day when they out here harming black folks. Miss Rivers, she was down there during the Tuskegee experiment. She was the one out there recruiting black men to get that jab down there and get that syphilis put in them. Okay, these men already had syphilis but wouldn't get the treatment. She was out there recruiting them, knowing what they were doing to those brothers. And then she tried to play dumb later, but I didn't know. But I didn't know. Yes, you did. You did know. See, that day of the dumb coon is over. You see it for what it is now. It's out here on Front Street. It's out here on Front Street, family. You dig? So what are you going to do about it? Let me see if I can finally play this video real quick. Okay, looks like it might be working. Let me see if I can finally, because I got to share this. Because, see, a lot of people, we're not falling for the agenda that's being pushed on other platforms. We're not falling for it anymore, family. We're not falling for it anymore. And this is how they were talking about us last year. This is how Joy Reid and up there those Negro flunkies at MSNBC, and they love to try to make it like they're woke, they're for the Black American community. They're not. This is how they were talking greasy about us, and this is some lady. I think her name is Shireen Mitchell, and she's supposedly doing these studies. So they're talking to a lot of foundational Black Americans, and foundational Black Americans are telling them how they really feel. Check this out.
So Kamala Harris.
She the police. There's a lot of people who look like me locked up under her watch.
I think we're harder on the Black candidates, to be honest.
I think it's difficult for Black people like her, even Corey, to be themselves when the spotlight is on them.
That perception of Senator Kamala Harris as a cop who, as a prosecutor, locked up a lot of people who look like me, which the Daily Show's Roy Wood Jr. brought out in that clip, was not a joke. That idea stuck to Senator Harris throughout the campaign, unlike other
Because it's true.
who have
Because it's
less
true.
stellar records on criminal justice reform. And it was reinforced, perhaps most aggressively, on social media. A new report examines just how powerful
Uh-oh.
these narratives can be.
Oh man, they're gonna start tripping on me. Uh-oh, hold on, family. They ain't trying to let me put out the truth tonight. All right, yeah, we tried. But I put the link in the bio. I want y'all to go watch that video to see how greasy. I put that link in the bio. Let me stop sharing. I put that link in the bio. But they were talking greasy, and you kind of saw early on how the grassroots were really treating Kamami. We knew what it was with Kamami Harris. We were calling her Cop Mala, okay? We were calling her Cop Mala. This is a lady who's never identified as a Black, okay? She's never identified as Black. She was always Indian. She was out there in San Francisco. She had adopted a Chinese name out there and everything else. She's always identified as an immigrant. And you see now who all the tangibles are going to. They're going to immigrants. And they don't even have to be legal immigrants. They could be illegal immigrants. You dig? So this is what it is, family. This is what it is. This is where we're at. This is where it is, and this is where it's at. But like I say, we have to adopt the mindset of never forgiving or forgetting. Never forgive or forget. Black people, this is one of the most disrespectful things. And Jim Crow Joe has done a lot of disrespectful things. When they get this $450,000 to these illegal immigrants, this is going to hands down be the most disrespectful thing. But what are you going to do about it? Okay? Are you going to continue to live in denial and act like the Democrats are actually doing something for Black people? And notice all the smoke and mirrors. Notice when they start with all these smoke and mirrors, remember the week before I told y'all about, they said they were giving out reparations in Evanston, Illinois. They talked about Biden passing that nothing burger executive order where he was up here talking about we gonna study miseducation in schools. We gonna make sure Black folks have access to better teachers. All these non-qualifiable things that you can't even quantify. Okay? Non-tangible nothing burgers. That's the executive order they passed last week. They did that to slip in the real tangibles to illegal immigrants. This is why we go so hard. This is why we stay so tough. This is why we say, listen, that reparations that you try to give out to brothers and sisters in Illinois is funny style. That's not going to work. That's not reparations. Those are crumbs. Okay? That's not reparations. Those are crumbs. The economic redlining, the segregation that happened up there for 60 years is not only worth $25,000. It's worth way more than that, especially when you're going to give $450,000 to criminals at the border who got separated from their children from a month. But this is where we're at. This is where we're at, family. Okay? Biden supporters, stop embarrassing yourself. Biden supporters, stop embarrassing yourself. And remember how it feels. Okay? Our goal for the next election needs to be to let the Democratic Party crash and burn. Let them crash and burn. Without the Black vote, they are dead in the water and they know it. Without the Black vote, they are dead in the water and they know it. And this is another reason why they're trying to bring so many illegals over. This is another reason why they're bringing in 50,000 Afghanistan refugees. They have to replace you. They have to replace you. But the thing about that is these illegals that they bring over, family, many of them, these folks coming from Mexico and all these other nations, they come over here and identify as white. They come over here inside with the Donald Trumps of the world. Okay? Those white Cubans and white Mexicans, they get over here, and as soon as they get their census, they check white. These Afghanistan refugees, they're gonna get over here and check white. Remember, all through the Middle East, they play that Arab game for you. They try that people of color game with us. But when they get to that census, they check white. A lot of these folks think they're just white folks who speak Spanish. Okay, they're part of the Spanish Empire. That's how a lot of these Mexicans think. Well, shit, we're part of the Spanish Empire. We a little dark. We a little dark skinned white people. Okay, those Afghanistan refugees, they're gonna identify as white. Let's be clear. Over there, Iraq, Iran. Remember, Iran means the land of the Aryans. These are old school white supremacists over there. You're not gonna get no brothers in the struggle. You're not gonna get no people of color over here. Okay? They're gonna get on that census and they're gonna go back to their traditional roots. Yeah, Iran means the land of the whites. I mean, the land of the Aryans. Let's be clear. These are old school white supremacists. Don't let them fool you. Don't let them fool you. Yeah, man, they not bringing over no allies. They understand this. We got to do something about the Negroes because the Negroes are waking up. The Negroes are waking up. So, family, stop embarrassing yourself. Stop trying to, for you Biden supporters, stop trying to defend this. Just call it for what it is. Say, listen, man, we respect you more if you just say, listen, man, I effed up. I shouldn't have voted for him, but I learned my lesson. That's more commendable. Stop embarrassing yourself. Okay? Stop embarrassing yourself. Speaking of embarrassing yourself, though, now that I think about it, speaking of embarrassing yourself, Lord, have y'all seen somebody check in on our brother Will Smith? Have y'all been seeing the articles coming out with Jada and Will? Oh goodness, somebody help our brother Will out, man. Let our brother Will breathe, man. Have y'all been seeing the articles coming out with Will and Jada? To change topics a little bit. Speaking of people who are just embarrassing themselves, Jada is become just attention seeking. Boy, Jada is attention seeking so hard right now. Ladies, don't be like Jada. Don't be like Jada. And this is the problem many black men have, when because a lot of black women, they speak like Jada, they kind of think like Jada. A lot of black women have this thing where, I shouldn't say a lot of black women, but some black women have this thing where I'm going to be submissive. I'm going to be a traditional housewife. I'm going to be this and that. Okay, for the right man, they'll hit you with that. I'm gonna be submissive. I'm gonna be traditional for the right man, and then they get the right man, and their looks start drying up, and they go back to attention seeking. They go back to their old habits. Boy, Jada has been wiping Will across the rug lately. Have y'all been seeing this? Okay, so she came out talking about their bedroom life it's hard to enjoy their bedroom life, and now she's been kind of clean it up and stuff like that. Jada, just take that L and move on, man. Earlier, a couple months ago, she was talking about how Tupac was her first love, and she still loves Tupac. Nobody would ever replace Tupac. Just kind of things that are very disrespectful in a relationship, especially to be saying it out in the open like that. Okay? Especially to be saying it out in the open like that. And I'm starting to look at Will like, what do y'all think she has? What do y'all think she has against Will? She has to have something against our brother Will Smith. Okay? She had, no, when I say something against him, I'm talking about she knows something that if she said it, it would ruin Will. Because I can't understand why Will has not left Jada right now. I can't understand it. It's just very disrespectful. Very disrespectful, man. You don't do certain stuff, man. Especially, like I said, you got you a brother who's a good brother, at least on the outside. You got you a brother who's, very accomplished. And let's be real, Will kind of made Jada. Jada would be, just another pretty face from the 90s. Let's be clear, you had a lot of beautiful sisters in the 90s. Okay? Jada is not a A-list actor. She's not a feature actor in just a classic film or nothing like that. She has a lot of hood classics, but there were a lot of beautiful sisters in the 90s with a lot of hood classics. What do we know Jada for? You know her for really being Will's wife. That's what you know Jada Smith for. And she played in a couple hood classics. She played in Set It Off. She played in Menace to Society. But you know, these were B-list roles. These were B-plus acting roles. Okay? And see, for women like Jada, that bothers them because women like Jada, she is a modern woman posing as a traditional woman. Okay, what do I mean by that? She's a modern woman in the sense that she wants the center of attention. Just like remember, Steph Curry's wife came out a couple of years ago talking about she misses man seeking her and stuff like that. When you got this man who's making $500 million, seems to be a good brother, never heard about no cheating scandals with Steph Curry and nothing like that, who's giving you plenty of attention, but she wants to be a hot girl. Okay, you got to watch women like that. You got to watch women like that. Yeah, man. You got to watch. You said it's echoing. Yeah, we in a hotel. We in a hotel, so it might be a little echo on the feed. Hit that like button. But yeah, man, Will got to charge that to the game. I think she has something on Will. I think she has something on Will. She was out here. What was that a year ago? Talking about she was in entanglements with the young brother. What was that dude's name? August Alsine or something like that. Just, I mean, every couple months she's out here just embarrassing him. Jada has really become just a gossiper. Just a gossiper. You dig? And the only thing I could think of is just wanting attention. Just wanting attentions at the end of the day. Attention at the end of the day. Yeah, man. Listen, man. Ladies, you get you a situation with a good brother, man. A brother who's taking care of you. A brother who has really built your career. Man, listen, man. Build with that brother. Build with that brother. Don't be out here trying to get your own little attention. Okay? Just doing attention seeking stuff because that's what that is right about now. Like I say, I don't know. Maybe they in Hollywood. Maybe they be playing in this type of stuff, but it's just not a good look. Okay? It's just not a good look. You dig? Yeah, man. Yeah, Jada likes hood dudes. Jada's a like I said, Jada's just she's a pretty woman from the 90s. Let's be clear, there were a million Jada Pinkett's in the 90s. Okay, you had the Nia Longs of the world. You had plenty of beautiful sisters in the 90s playing in a lot of black television shows and things of that nature. Gorgeous sisters. Jada is as relevant as she is now because she's Will's wife. She's Will's wife. That's it. That's it. Okay. But see, for certain women like Jada, that sits bad with them. That doesn't sit right with them because they want to be the center of attention. Okay, and they try to force their way into it. You dig? They try to force their way into it. So every couple of months, like I said, she's just trying to get some headlines at this point. And I'm like, damn, you out here really, hurting your man's legacy at this point. You dig? You out here hurting Will's legacy. You dig? Yeah, man. Yeah. At the end of the day, man. So like I say, man, you gotta be careful who you be wifing up. Be careful looking at some of these women's qualities. Women, be careful at looking at these men's qualities, okay? Understand who you're getting. Okay? Understand who you're getting. You dig? You need a woman who's thorough inside and out because see, when them looks start drying up, then they resort to the person inside. All right, Jada's looks are drying up now. The inside person is showing more than the outside. You dig? Yeah, he made it. Yeah, Will made her. Will made her. Let's be clear, man. Let's be clear. And like I said, that bothers a woman like Jada. Jada knows Will made her. So every now and then, like she throws little stuff out there to like, hey man, I know all this stuff about you now. You did. She wants to try to make it seem like, hey man, I built my own self up. You were a B-list actor in the 90s. You had your glory days. Beautiful sister in your heyday. Still a decent looking woman now, a cute sister now. She's 50. I mean, after all, that's pretty good for being 50. But just learn to play your position, man. Learn to play your role, man. You did. And that's just with anything. That's with anything. Ladies, you got to learn you ain't no hot girl at no 50. You doing all this gossip and stuff like you 20 and 21, trying to keep up with the young girls, trying to show you independent. No, you're a wife. Okay? You're a wife to a legend, and y'all build a powerful empire. Leave it at that. Okay? Leave it at that. You shouldn't be talking about no entanglements when you damn near 50. Okay? You shouldn't be still talking about the love of your life when you were 20. Okay? Tupac been dead 25 years. You still talking about that. Like I say, and it's embarrassing your husband and his legacy and really y'all family legacy. Okay? At the end of the day, everybody got to know when to play their role. You got to know when your role change. Just like some rappers. Some rappers, I respect the Birdmans of the world, the Master P's of the world. For certain people, they fail back and say, listen, man, my rap days is over. Let me get into producing. Let me get into signing other artists. Okay? Let me get into signing other artists. My rap game over. You dig? It's always looks bad when you got a 40, 50-year-old rapper still talking about some young nigga shit. Okay? Still talking about some shit young niggas do. Still trying to dress like a young nigga. That looks bad on him. Okay? And that's what Jada did. It looks bad on Jada right now. You out here, you 50 years old. Okay? You got a family. You married to a legend. You got all the money in the world. You dig? I mean, shit. Will has what do they call it at the Tyler Perry Studios down there in Atlanta? He's got his own theater named after him. You dig? And you out here behaving like you the city girls. Come on now. Unacceptable. Unacceptable, man. Learn how to play your role, man. Listen, when I get 50, I'm not gonna be out here front lines when it's wartime. I'm gonna be out there like a general. I'm gonna be out here giving games like Baba Small is giving games to the youngsters. That's what I'm gonna be doing when I'm 50. You dig? I'm not gonna be out here sabotaging the young brothers movement. And y'all young niggas need to be doing it. I'm gonna be out here just giving game, man. Giving game. You gotta know when your heyday is up. Everybody got a position to play. Everybody got a position to play. You dig? Yeah, you said that not everybody has the mental capacity to grow. Right, right, right. At the end of the day, you gotta get correct. You gotta get correct. Cause like I say, it looks bad on you. And that's not just talking to the ladies. That's talking to the men as well. Just know how to play your position. Don't be out here 50 years old wearing skinny jeans trying to keep up with the young brothers. Dress your age, man. Dress mature. You dig? You got a certain role to play. You dig? And this is the reason why a lot of the young queens, when they looking for elders to look up to, black women to look up to, they don't have none because you got the people who are supposed to be playing the role of the elders. They trying to be like the youngsters. They trying to keep up with them. They trying to prove that yeah, I'm on that hot girl stuff too. No, you're not. You're 50. Your hot girl days are over, Jada. They're over. Okay? Pac is gone. Rest in power to the great ancestor Pac, but Pac is gone. Okay? Your love life, you're 50 at this point. It is what it is. Okay? It is what it is. You dig? Learn how to play your position, learn how to play your role at the end of the day, man. At the end of the day, because everybody got a very important role to play. Everybody has a very important role to play. Speaking of playing your roles, right now, all of us need to be playing the role of investments, family. Investments have been going crazy. Okay, I hope y'all have been investing in these stocks. I know Miss Brown Skin Baddie be investing in the stocks. I hope y'all are investing in crypto. Yeah, let me walk back for a second because y'all will try to sue a Negro. You dig? I'm not a financial advisor. You dig? I'm just telling you things that I suggest. Just telling you things that I do. You dig? I hope all of you are investing in some stocks or crypto, different things of that nature. You're gaining assets because crypto and stocks right now are going crazy. Tesla just the other week crossed over 1,000. You dig? We talking about something like Tesla a couple of years ago was in the low hundreds. You dig? But the power of your dollar, you have to have your dollar working for you, family. The dollar is appreciating by the day. Okay? Learn how to play that mature role and invest your money and allow your money to mature. Stop having so much young money. See, young money goes in and out. Okay? Young money just, you get it, and it touch your hands, and it's gone by the weekend. That's that young money. You want to get you some old money. You want your money to mature with you. Okay? You want your money to mature with you. You want to be able to look back and say, man, I remember 10 years ago, I bought Apple at $140. Now it's at 1,000. Mature money, playing your roles, okay? Playing your roles, family. Yeah. Yeah, playing your roles at the end of the day. I hope y'all are investing. A lot going on as well. Y'all see Facebook in the world of business. Facebook changed their name to Meta. Did y'all see that? Yeah, man. Facebook changed their name to Meta, the Meta universe. And that's something we got to really start studying because that's what the world is moving towards. They're moving towards this virtual reality thing. They're going to have glasses that you can put on now, these virtual specs and different things of that nature. And we got to get ahead of the curve on that. Okay? Put down the goofy time stuff for a second. Stop all the drinking, the smoking for a second, and look at some investments. Look at where the future is headed. Okay? Look at where the future is headed. Everybody's getting into virtual reality right now, different things of that nature. So that's something very interesting to see. That's something very interesting to see, family. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. You said there's so much learning concerning investments. Absolutely. We got to do that. I told y'all it's going to be three keys, family, to our liberation as a people. Three keys. One is knowledge of self. That's the knowledge of your history. What happened in the past, because history is your best teacher. See, me, I know history. So I know where the stock market used to be, and I know how much wealth black people missed out on because we weren't investing. Okay? Because we weren't investing. I know how much real estate we missed out on because we weren't investing. And hell, sometimes we were prevented from participating in these investments. That's where your history comes in. A lot of people always ask the question, why is history important? Because history always repeats itself, and it's the best teacher. It's the best teacher. There is nothing that is happening right now with the Democratic Party, with Republicans, with politics that hasn't happened in the past. Okay? This deny and deflect game that the Democrats have been running, they've been running it for 60 years, family. It ain't nothing new. It ain't nothing new. This is why I'm already on top of the game, because I studied what they did to my ancestors and I know what they're going to do again. Because as the old saying goes, if it ain't broke, they won't fix it. They're going to continue to do the same thing over and over and over again. This is why studying history is important. All walks of history, economic history, knowledge of self, history, military history. Study your victories and your wins. Number two, you have to be an active investor. Okay? We have to practice powernomics. We have to practice powernomics. We have to start to value our dollar. The reason why many of us do all this cooning and buffooning is for dollars. Okay? For dollars. So we have to start getting our money game right. We have to start learning how to use our money in effective ways. Okay? We are the only community that thinks that just by voting, we're going to create real change. Here's a hint, family. The Asian community, they have one of the lowest voter turnouts in America. They rarely vote. Okay? But yet we still see when things so-called happen to Asians, we still see things get done because they understand the power of the dollar. They understand PAC money. They understand that, listen, I don't care if Donald Trump wins. I don't care if Joe Biden wins. I'm going to give them both the bag and tell them both what to do. Okay? And if one of them doesn't cooperate, I'll double my bag up on the other end. Okay? So Trump was out here talking greasy about Asians. It's not a coincidence that Trump got out of office. It's not a coincidence. Okay? Not a coincidence at all. Also, under Trump, a lot of Chinese tariff came down. Everybody's on cold from their community because they understand the power of the dollar. We just think we go vote and get a sticker, we create real change. That's false. That's false. And last but not least, family, military science is very important. You have to understand military. Okay, you have to understand how to move and operate. Like I said, right now, I'm sitting in Alabama. I'm in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Tuscaloosa is named after a powerful military general, black military general, Chief Tuscaloosa, okay, who patrolled these lands. Okay, Tuscaloosa means the black warrior. Okay, very powerful brother. Okay, who patrolled these lands. You got to know your history, know the ancestral grounds in which you were on, so you know how to move and defend it. Okay, how to operate on it. You got to know that. You got to know that at the end of the day. Because see, it's been times and situations when you put all three together. We had Black Wall Streets. We've had plenty of prominent individuals who've had knowledge of self, yet they didn't understand and they didn't master military science. One thing about me, Brother Chase, is going to keep that iron on him at all times. I got to. I got to. Not because I'm trying to be no tough guy, not because I'm trying to prove something to somebody, because that's how you have to move in 2021, knowing your history, knowing economic history, knowing military science. When you're in a war machine, you move like you're in war. Okay, family? You got to understand these things, family. There is no excuse in 2021 for Negroes to still be talking about they don't like to read. Ain't no excuse. If you don't like to read, that means you like to lose. If you don't like to read, that means you like to lose. Okay? There is no excuse in 2021 for Negroes not to be investing. Oh, you don't like to invest, that means you like to lose. You like being at the bottom of the totem pole. There's no reason in 2021, if you're in a gun state, for you not to own a gun. For you not to own a gun. How many bodies have to pile up around you for you to realize, damn, man, I need to be more militant. Okay? How many situations do you have to see with race soldiers killing unarmed black men to realize that, damn, the cops not really here to protect me like that. Now, I can't depend on them to protect me. I have to protect myself. Okay? Yeah. We have to realize these things. You have to realize these things. You say, yeah, I'm an old soul. No, I'm not an old soul. I just like history. All of us should be old souls because I think, Queen, all of us should study the works of the ancestors. We should all be old souls. And we really are all old souls because here's a little secret. We all been here before. We all been here before. See, that's the beauty about the gods. That's the beauty about understanding life in itself. You understand that you already been here before. You dig? You already been here before. This is why you have certain ancestral memories like that. You have certain ancestral memories that you cannot shake. You can go back and look at your great grandmother and she looked just like you because that is you. Okay? That is you. This is, and see, when you understand that you are the ancestors not only, they didn't rebirth you, or goddamn, they recreated themselves in you. You the new iPhone, just like you got iPhones every year. You got iPhone 1, iPhone 2, all of them damn near the same. It's only a little update to every iPhone, family. Same thing with you. You ain't gonna stray too far from your father. What you gotta do, I looked at my father, I studied what my father does great. I take that and I also try to build on maybe his weaknesses. And I'll be trying to become the best version of him. Because I am him. He is me. Okay? Every year. They do the same thing with technology. Ain't no real difference between the iPhone 13 and iPhone 12 other than a little tweak. They might put an extra pixel in the camera, but it's pretty much the same damn phone. The same damn phone. And they just keep improving on it, improving on it, improving on it. And the way they're able to improve on is from every previous iPhone generated a certain amount of revenue that they use to fund the new iPhone and make it a little bit better. And that's how it's supposed to be as human beings. Okay? My father did something to make my life a little bit better. And it's my job to take that advantage, cultivate it, grow it, and make my child's life a little bit better. And then he takes what I gave him, the advantages he took, and he's going to take that, cultivate it, make it a little bit better, and pass it on to the next generation. So that's what it is, family. That's what it is at the end of the day. We got to start getting right, though. We got to take it one day at a time. We got to be very focused, very strategic on the goals at hand, and we got to win. We got to win. Let me answer some questions, though, real quick. Because like I said, man, I said I wasn't going to be on here long. And then I look up, it's an hour and 10 minutes I've been on here. Yeah, Dave. Let me answer some questions before I get off of here, family. If you got any questions, anything you want me to talk about, want my opinion on before I get off of here, let's talk about it real quick. Make sure, family, while you're putting your questions in the chat, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notifications. I am still banned on Instagram. I am still banned on Instagram. I am still banned on Instagram. Okay, so I'll be going live right here on the YouTube channel. The live was a little janky tonight, but I'm in a hotel. You know how the Wi-Fi be at the hotel sometimes. You did. You know how the Wi-Fi be at the hotel sometimes. So make sure you subscribe to this channel. Hit the bell notification as well, because if you don't hit the bell notifications, it's not going to alert you when I go live, family. It'll just show it to you whenever you get on YouTube. It'll just like, oh, Chase went live. Okay? So hit that bell notification so you get the alert on your phone, family. And if you haven't already, make sure you go get the Voice of the Ancestors book series. Absolute classic. The link is in my bio below. In the description below. Make sure you click on that and get the Voice of the Ancestors series. Because, like I say, man, we got to move. We got to move. At any time, they can shut off the access to the knowledge, wisdom, and information when you're on those social media platforms. So you got to make sure that you get the hard copy of the information, family. Got to get the hard copy of the information. So, like I said, put y'all questions below. Wait about 2 minutes, and then if we ain't got no questions, because I understand it's a little lagging behind. Yeah, man. Yeah, Jada's wild. I didn't even hear you said she made a Django comment. I didn't even hear that. I didn't even hear that. I was just like, damn, brother. Somebody check in on our brother Willie Smith. Boy, Will is taking L's right now, boy. Yeah, man. I don't know what's up with Will, because usually brothers of his caliber go ahead and cut that off with the quickness. They go ahead and cut that off with the quickness. Right now, she's just embarrassing the family. Goodness gracious. You dig? But look like we ain't got no question. But family, listen, man, I'm about to get out of here. Click that like button. I'll talk to y'all next Friday at 8:30 Eastern time. So make sure you tune in. And until next time, family, y'all know what it is, man. Peace and black power. I'm out.